Hey guys, it's Jay from Grumpy Comics Illustrated. So, I actually had no idea what I was gonna do for this video this week, but I just kind of started putting up random ideas with myself, and one kind of stuck out, which was the mad scientist kind of idea. And I will not lie, it didn't really take me that long to kind of put together, but I did mess up on the colors. Like, you'll see it during the drawing or the illustration. But otherwise, I really just started with a simple photo of myself, which it was just like me in just a random pose. I honestly just like took a video of myself and then doing random poses and then screenshotted the one that I really liked. Oh yeah, a really cool tip is like if you take a video of yourself doing poses, you can actually get the motion of the pose really well. That's what I'm doing. But it's up to you. So for the first part of this, I mostly just sketched it out of what I really wanted, which was basically getting the entire post together. You're not really going to see that part, but I recorded everything else, which is like the line art and everything. But otherwise, it mostly started with me creating the pose and me trying to finalize the pose to the point to where I was actually happy with it. But then I started coming up with other ideas, which was like making the sleeves a bit bigger or making a couple folds here and there. But then I kind of decided on a more kind of cartoonish style to where there were like not that many folds, but it was more of like a sketchy style because to me, I really like the sketchy style. It's more like, it's more enjoyable for me because doing a more sketchy style gives me a little more creative freedom instead of doing line art, which looks honestly plain to me, which I just like the sketchy style because it makes everything look a little more stand out-ish. But for like stuff like for my other illustrations, like for stuff that I'll put on like Instagram or probably my comic, it'll probably be a little more finalized, but I really do like the sketchy kind of style. But otherwise, as I was going through most of the line art, I kind of made a couple decisions with the shoes. I wasn't really thinking of how I was gonna really do it, except for that I could go here and here and kind of change up the angles, but it kind of didn't really match with what I was trying to do. It did look good at the time, but then I was like, man, maybe not. But then I just kind of redid it and went back and forth trying to resize it and all that stuff. But that was just a sketch and then going back to the final piece. And as soon as I finished with the line art, I started coloring, but I added a background in, as you'll see. I probably added in at least a good 2-3 different backgrounds before I was honestly happy with one. And as soon as I did that, it kind of looked a little bit off-putting with the kind of somewhat reddish background. And so I kind of toned it down to like a dark red or lighty dark red. And for me to honestly do that was like a little more challenging because what I actually wanted to do was a more so a gray tone style, which was basically using everything in grayscale. But I decided on the lateral, so you're getting this now because I really messed up on the colors for a second because I was like, I could just do it like this, and I looked back at it and I was like, oh my god, this is ugly. So you honestly will see me be going back over all my colors and refixing them because I seriously messed up. I did not mean to mess up like that, but it didn't turn out as bad as I was expecting. So I was honestly kind of hoping for a little more of stable colors, but it worked the same way, so I was honestly quite happy with it. But the thing that really just jacked me up altogether was more so the fact that as I was really doing the colors, I honestly kind of realized that I can't really use pinky colors or pinkish colors or pinky red colors or like white red colors as basically stand-in for white, because my main dress is basically having the white lab coat and with a couple darker colors just to give it a little more pop, and as well as the hair to give that like kind of white tint and kind of adding in a little more details with it. But then I kind of finished it off as soon as I got done with all of that coloring and line art stuff. Then I basically finished it off with a couple of the colors, a little more lines here and there, making some of the lines a little bit bigger, and then I mostly finished it off with a couple of lines that I missed and a couple more details. But otherwise, I think it turned out really good. But I know I'm gonna need a little more work if I'm gonna do more characters like this, because this is honestly just something I wanted to do just for fun. I didn't really plan on doing this as like a whole like series of me just doing random drawings. I'm honestly just doing stuff like this just for fun. So I really hope you guys enjoyed the video, and thank you for watching. Bye guys.